I want to ask the question and then I want to answer it. What is recalibration? I mean, it's a word that I've used for a long time. It's a word that's starting to be used more often out in more mainstream. But the way that I define it is a transformative process of adjusting and realigning in various aspects of life, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, but it's also mindset shifts. So and mindset shifts also correspond to the habits that we have and the perspectives that we see from the lenses. And part of that whole process of recalibration is to ultimately achieve a greater self-awareness and purpose and fulfillment. And it's a real deliberate action, I think, to bring a more positive change into one's life in a very confidential, intimate group setting. And this is a group setting that was done. I started this program, I was reading the Kabbalion, which is the seven hermetic principles, many years ago, and it's resonated with me because these are universal laws, right? So the law of cause and effect, the law of correspondence, law of polarity, the law of rhythm, and the law of mentalism. And I was so enthralled with that I decided that there was something here. And of course, as Chris said, I totally geek out on neuroscience. So how can we use these ancient principles into today's world? And even though people have talked about them for thousands of years, really, that they kind of hold a mystery, I think. And that mystery it hasn't been opened up until now, right? So now there's this, I would say, a more fluidity in, people are looking for answers and they're wanting to explore from ancient knowledge. And so there is something there. And of course, my second book is all about this. It's about this program, but it's, how do we take these principles and we mix it with, and like alchemically mix it with neuroscience and then apply it into today's world. So that's really what this program is about. It is a 12-month transformational program. It's designed to have you become the person that you are, whether or not you know who that is or not. But it is really for someone who's interested, has a real keen awareness or a keen spiritual awareness and a deep wanting, right? Or even needing a personal growth. And when I got inspired to curate this body of work, I talked to a few people that I know, like some colleagues, and I said, hey, would you like to be a part of a program? I want to just have about 4 people, including myself. I want to facilitate this. I want to do it monthly for 90 minutes a month. We come together via Zoom, and I'll provide you with the written material. I'll give it to you a couple of weeks before we meet as a group. We'll meet as a group. Everybody gets to share what their insights were, and then see how it goes. Well, since then, I have impacted, the program has impacted really over 150 leaders globally. So one of the things that I love is that when Zoom wasn't a thing back in 2018, I was able to bring people from all over the world. So, Chris's particular cohort, Soul Family, is someone who actually happens to be very international, outside of the US, that is. So it was, really wonderful. People, all walks of life that are different. And I think that's the piece that I love so much about the recalibration program, is that the more diverse, the better, because there is something that is a secret sauce. And I would consider this sauce to be that it's the insights that get shared in this confidential setting become other people's insights. And there is, don't get me wrong, I love coaching one-on-one. I've done that for many, many, many years. But there's something powerful about getting the insights from other people and having that be as part of the amalgamy of the, and the beauty of the group together. It bonds the group closer, and you walk away from, we walk away with an extraordinary sense of accelerated wisdom. Okay. And that doesn't happen over the course of 12 months with most, I mean, and this isn't psychotherapy or anything like that. And I will say as a disclaimer, right, that there are thousands of programs out there, and I'm sure many of them are really excellent. But the one thing that the recalibration program is, it's a unique content that has been curated by me. It's not been curated by AI or a third party. And I think that is, it makes it different. I am always tweaking. So what happened in 2018 is when I did the first year, towards the end of that first year, everybody, was really connected. And then they said, well, we're not ready to leave our group yet. What's next? And I thought, I don't know what's next. I didn't think beyond that. I thought this was just going to be a 12-month program. Well, I'm very grateful to know that that it's been so popular that I made this program into a 3-year program. Now, what we're offering today, to offer this to the public, which I've never done before, so this is kind of a new thing, is that it is 12 months. And if it goes beyond that, that's great. But there are highlights, there's major benefits of what this can provide you. And I think I was toying with it, Chris. I was like, do I offer this to the public? What would be in the best interest? And in all fairness, I just didn't think that the world was quite ready. And this isn't, I get introduced to thousands of people a year. I have a very wide network of colleagues and business people that I know. And I know a lot of people internationally. And so it was never difficult for me to put a group together. But I feel that there is enough awakening, and there are many more people who are just saying, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready to get out of this old, whatever, this job that I've had for so long that I don't like, or maybe it's a new job, but I don't like my boss, and I know that I can do something different, but I don't know how to get there. And I don't know the steps that I need to be, or I have a wonderful, career, and I'm really not happy in my marriage, right? Or I'm happy in my marriage and my job is great, but there's something that I am not fulfilled with. And we all have it. We all have our own stories, right? Chris and I are together in this, where I am a student for life. I always want to learn something new every single day. That is just part of my DNA makeup. More and more people are saying, my life as it isn't enough. I want something more, something new, something different. I want to rebirth something. I want to know what my purpose is. I want to know how to make a difference in the world. And so this is what the recalibration does. It is truly and I get this every time I facilitate. I can do this all day long. I can facilitate this, 24/7, because I'm getting the alchemical fuel like everybody else. And we leave the group after 90 minutes. I know, Chris, because I know that you've felt this, and other people have said to me over the years, like, this has changed my life. Where I was, our litmus test, right? Where I was in our, if there was an upset, I always measure the intensity, the frequency, and the duration of an upset. I can take that screenshot of whatever is going on in my life. And I can say, what would I feel like if this was a year ago or 6 months ago or 5 years ago? People have been able to measure, because that's part of what we do. We measure at the very beginning and we measure at the end. Where are you in your baseline? And then where are you after the program? And 100% of participation, 100% of the time, they are absolutely in a place that they've only dreamt of, or maybe not even dreamt of, because they didn't even think it was possible.